My life mantra is comfortable with the uncomfortable. So to me, that is like surfing in a nutshell. Like the first day out there, I hadn't surfed in a long time. I was literally like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose it, just because I hadn't been in the waves. I hadn't done this in a long time. And it's like, for me, being in uncomfortable situations and knowing that I can like survive is like a metaphor for life for me. So that's why I like to try to surf.
Well, there's an incredible feeling of connectedness to the water. Like just being on the water is an incredible feeling. I think it's grounding and feels good. Also being down here with this incredible group of friends, women, just feels really good. It's so recharging.
It was my dad's 80th birthday, and my kids convinced him to go to Hawaii. And actually, it's kind of a funny story. The kids are all going surfing, and my husband's like, "You should try too." And out comes this like 20-year-old Laird Hamilton lookalike,
And you were hooked.
flipping his blonde hair. And my husband looked at me and said, "Maybe you shouldn't learn how to surf." And I was like, "Oh no, I'm learning how to surf."
It was started with Kathy. I met Kathy at Sarah Zilka's 40th birthday party in New York. She's like, come on a surf trip.
Oh, no, that's actually not how it went. It was, I'm coming on your surf trip.
Right.
You're making a space for me.
She wasn't so
I
much
am coming.
invited.
It wasn't like I was, there was like a, oh hey, I was told.
Okay, so that happened. The water's my element. I wanted to make it happen. I've always wanted to surf. And so 4 years ago,
Yeah.
four years ago, I came on this trip to Surf Simply, and it was transformative and life-changing. And then in the pandemic, my boys really started surfing a lot, and so now I'm just trying to keep up with Kathy and Abby and a 15 and 17-year-old Grom.
Yeah.
And it's become a family lifestyle, and this has become an annual trip that makes my heart happy. My friends and I went to Costa Rica, and I took a surfing lesson, and I was hooked from then.
I started surfing in probably 2015 with Kathy. She had just started, and I was going through a difficult time in my life, and she said, "Do you want to try surfing?" And I said yes, so it was perfect.
Was here at Surf Simply, and when I say it changed my life, it completely changed my life.
Started surfing 1 year ago at Surf Simply, last year
At this time.
at this time. 1 year ago this week.
I started surfing in 2019 in April at Surf Simply, and this is my 4th time back.
I had done a few other surf sessions, but I think I had the good fortune of really learning how to surf with Surf Simply and going through their whole program, which is amazing.
Started at Surf Simply before they built this space here, and they were by Bodhi Tree, and I had Teal, and she just started, and it was, I got out the back once, but it was a rough, easy start.
You've done really well this morning.
You know, when you surf with these awesome female coaches, you want to emulate them and be like a strong female who can do all the stuff that normally like men have always done. And so I find her inspiring and just a ray of sunshine. My coach was this wild woman named Teal. And I've had her before. She is like a fine wine. She just keeps getting better each year. I always know that if I'm ever in danger, she's gonna be beside me in like 2 seconds with her like amazing paddles.
As soon as we start to get a steeper wave face, being in this position, you've got no leverage.
Right.
So that's where that lifting your body off the board and utilizing your torso weight to help you keep that rail engaged. Because see what happens is as you're catching this, you just physically from that position can't keep that rail engaged. Okay? Awesome job making it. Great job getting into your stance. Nice and controlled. But we want to get those eyes looking a little bit further. Good turn here. Nice step back. Nice and controlled. And then again, after you've made your turn, what's your recovery position? Boom. Yeah, back 40.
Here we go. Paddling in. It's that same wave. Paddling in. Harry's shouting, look left, look left. And here we go. Hands back. 2 knees to 1 knee. And up. And then dip cut to the beach. Okay, which made somebody a happy journey.
Harry has a very technical way of teaching, and I think that I kind of connected with that. I think we checked a bunch of boxes, which makes me feel like I had a great week.
That's our wave. The line that we actually drew was we took off, we dropped down, and we kind of drifted back up and retrimmed.
Yeah.
Where the line we like to draw is
Stay.
stay. Because the wave just a little bit faster.
Lots of lean.
Sarah and I were partners with Marlon, which was super fun. It was a really good progression throughout the week. And like building confidence.
And I think he also teaches in a way where there was at the beginning of the week, he said, just like kind of feel the water. Let's not focus on technical right away. He's like, just feel the ocean.
From C till A, there might be 100 yards, or there might be 50 yards. Depending on how much distance you have, the wave will peel faster or peel slower. So our big question is, if we're taking off right at the peak, which area is it going to be more makeable for me? Is it going to be that long area?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be the shorter area?
Yeah, I think he did a really great job too, helping us understand the waves and being able to read them so that we can do it on our own and like kind of just and getting a feel for them.
Even though the wave is about to close out on us, look at takeoff, how much different compared to that right-handed. The angle, you're looking ahead, you're not looking straight, you're aware of what's happening.
There's karaoke. Giovanni has the best just vibe in the water, out of the water, happy, confident, positive. He instills this trust, like you can't imagine. When Giovanni says, follow me, let's go, you know it's game time and you just turn around and go and you trust him.
Then you drop the knee, and you get super, super stable. Really, really good. That is absolutely perfect.
I learned a lot from the other coaches, which I think was kind of cool for me because I sort of like got out of my comfort zone of like just being like relying on like one sort of challenged me to sort of adjust to other people's styles and like paddle out on my own like multiple times, which was like really an accomplishment. I think that they're all great in different ways.
Tell you, what do you want to hear?
Tell me about the waves this week.
The waves this week were pretty challenging. We had a solid swell the whole entire week. There was some opportunities to get out the back. There were some good lulls, and some of the guests really pushed their limit, got out of their comfort zone, and dropped in on some pretty decent-sized waves.
It's this weird thing that happens when the 11 to 12 of us get together. Some magic happens where we all kind of like become so close, and each person adds something that's so special. I think it's like a combination of everything because you're just constantly being thought of. And back home, we're constantly thinking about others. We're always thinking about others. So you're like, oh my God, you have a massage, and then you get to stretch, and then you get to eat this yummy food, and they tailor it to your needs. So it's really the fact that Surf Simply is like just giving you this huge like hug and being like, we've got you. We've got you, and we are going to help you grow as a surfer, as a person, and like manage that because of what we get to experience for 1 week a year.
I'm not very comfortable in the water. I'm not very comfortable in ocean. And I think that I have a lot of anxiety kind of going into the waves. And I think that by the end of the week, I kind of got much more comfortable. Even, like the worst things happened. I went backwards over the falls. I, took a set waves in the face, and I made it out. When it's uncomfortable is where the magic happens, and I think that's true. And I think I did it last week, so I feel good.
What about you, Matt?
Yes, I think that it's like give it all that you got and like embrace like the parts that are hard. Like paddling out hard and like going for as many waves as I could and like really leaning left, like really going in there, like just like really challenging myself for me. And then like sort of feeling like everything sort of felt like it clicked Thursday morning and I didn't feel scared. Like I didn't feel scared, and that for me was major. So I would take sort of all of that with me home and just sort of remember like this week throughout our life, because it's like, I think it's a really special time, and I think that like being in the water, and I think like facing our fears of like the wave, like can I get over that wave? Like, and when you do it, you're like, what's the worst thing that can happen is a lot of water up your nose and like maybe a tumble.